Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, meaning He is. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. All right, now in this video, we're going to be talking about the debate spirit, okay? Because notable people, I guess you could say, in this Israelite movement, awakening, are trying to use this truth for their own purpose, okay? And in this one predicament, you have this $1,000 debate, as we're going to play, that this leader of this camp is putting out towards another leader of this camp, saying that pretty much I got $1,000 debate if you can debate me on a new covenant, you see? So he's trying to entice this leader of this camp to debate his camp so that he could what? Get more notoriety for taking down the big bad leader of the biggest Israelite, group throughout the whole awakening, all right? So he says, I have $1,000, all right, for anyone, but not just anyone, because you can't be a regular, quote unquote peon. You have to have some type of name in this game, okay? You have to have had some type of name in this game in order for you to get this $1,000, all right? So as we let the video play, you're going to see that this debate spirit is taking, part of Israel, particularly the 2/3, by storm, okay? Because instead of, worrying about getting your affairs in order, making sure you repent, telling the people to repent, judging this on his way, Jacob's trouble is coming, get yourselves together, you see? No, they're pushing that debate spirit, okay? And not too long ago, well, we're gonna get into it as the video go, and probably we're going to, stop afterwards and grab a few precepts. So let the video play. Let's let it play.
Brothers and sisters online, shalom to you. Shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High. Shalom to our frenemies. Our frenemies are you brothers, you Israelite brothers and sisters, who should be our friends, but you act like enemies to us at times. We say shalom to you. Lot going on during the Feast of Tabernacles. We are going to open up. Oh, you said somebody challenged me to a debate.
We're putting out an open challenge to anybody who's credible, of a high reputation and status in the Israelite community. We got $1,000 for you to debate against our stance on this.
The infants. Everybody want to challenge us, Bishop. Everybody, right now, they online, and guess what? They got pens and paper, and they taking notes. They watching you and learning.
Wow.
But they will never admit that Bishop Nathaniel is your teacher. That's why you online right now watching, and you learning and taking notes. And act like you got the wisdom just came down on you from God. No. But it's all good, though. That's our brothers and the Mosai is doing this thing. You all watch and learn, man.
Right. Y'all need to understand that we stopped doing debates a long time ago. Like John Henry Clark said, he said, what did he say?
We got 1,000, right? I want to debate on a new covenant, and I got $1,000 for whoever wants to step up to the challenge and debate if we're in the new covenant. Because I say we're not. And I got a rack for anybody who says otherwise, who has a name, stature, not just anybody can come get 1,000.
I only debate my equals. All others I teach.
Well, you don't have no equals.
We don't have no equals at IUIC. There's no equals.
Hey,
so,
yeah. Can I say something, Bishop? Where's the camera here? Listen. Whatever IUIC said, the scripture said, that's what he said. We're not going to debate you. We say we are in the new covenant, we are in the new covenant.
Take a pen and paper, take no, shut the hell up. I'm telling you, we're not going to debate none of y'all. We got the authority over this Bible. That's right. And we got receipt to prove it. All right, whatever we say, it said, that's what he said.
He said that God says that a man don't supposed to cover his head when he pray. That's what that's it. We ain't arguing with and debating you about that. We say woman put on skirts, stop wearing pants. We're not arguing nobody about that. I tell you brothers, today in our captivity, every man is to have one wife because that's what the scripture teaches. We're not arguing with you all about that. You're going to just do what the Bible say or you all would not. You understand? But there's a day of judgment coming for every last one of you all. But you all will never be able to say, I did not know. You did know. God, prophets and them was teaching you, but you was offended. You didn't want to do what Christ said.
Don't get it twisted. I'll offer $1,000 to anybody of prominence who's willing to debate the new covenant with me.
Okay, so hey, y'all could window shop and y'all could heap to yourself teachers having itching ears. But understand this, y'all could never say that you all didn't know. I didn't know the Sabbath was on the 7th day of the week. I didn't know, yes, my prophets was teaching, but you just didn't want to keep it. Okay, so all right, man.
Understand, and we got receipts to everything. The Holy Spirit bears witness that he's operating with us and through us. Our fruits speak for itself. The fruits of IUIC going worldwide, globally, speaks for itself. Why would we stop and argue with you, who has, what, you got your little 50 followers and one school you're renting? Come on, stop.
The hell is this?
What the hell would we look like stopping to argue with you? And how much was it for?
I got $1,000 for you. I got $1,000 for you.
$1,000. What? If we were covetous, maybe that might have worked. We're not covetous. We obey God's laws to the best of our ability. Money does not entice us at IUIC. Not like that. Understand that. So, regardless, we love you. We love all our brothers and sisters out there. Let's open up with the book of Amos.
Right, and we'll talk about the particulars on the back end. But I got $1,000 for you.
All right, there you have it. So you have two groups, one more known than the other, but nevertheless, two groups in this Israelite community, this Israelite awakening, with some prominence, one more than the other, okay? IUIC being the more prominent one, and then Sakari, okay? So here we have two groups, okay, that were once, quote unquote, unity or in unity at one point in time, all right? And that's why this whole unity camp thing is nonsense, man, okay? Because if the doctrines don't add up across the board, hey, you're going to have debates like this all the time, okay? Because if it isn't the new covenant today, it's the mark of the beast tomorrow, okay? If it's not the mark of the beast tomorrow, it's what day is the Sabbath. If it's not what day is the Sabbath, the next day is Cornelius an Israelite or Edomite. You see, if it's not Cornelius is an Edomite or Israelite, then can Esau be saved? Okay, so you see, that's why those unity camps don't edify anything. Okay, outside of just being a feel-good mood or whatever. Okay. Because if you got a unity camp, and let's say these two camps came together to form a big unity camp, and one is teaching the new covenant is, not here, and the other one is teaching the new covenant is here, and somebody walk up to the camp and ask a question, are we in the new covenant or not? Then what are they going to do? Debate on the spot for $1,000? No, that's complete madness, okay? The same thing with the mark of the beast. One say is the RFID micro CHIP, and the other one says that it's sin. What are you going to do if somebody come up and ask you that? You're going to debate the unity camp that you're supposed to be coming together, under brotherly love? You see? So you got to question yourself. What's the true intentions of these people in this truth, man? Is it to push the truth, or is it to get notoriety and to merchandise and make profit off this truth? Okay, so yeah, you may have the numbers that say that is recruiting and getting people out of the wazoo, but are you really showing the people their transgressions? Okay, are you really teaching the people to repent? Are you really teaching the people the true names? Okay, because if you in a unity camp and you got one camp that calls on Christ and another camp that calls on Yahweh, what are you going to open up to? What are you going to use the name to? You see? So that's why we hear in Amos 3:3, it says, can two walk together except they be agreed? Right. So can you walk together if you're not in agreement? And the answer is no. Okay. You can't walk, because how are you going to walk together and teach the same doctrine if you're trying to, debate? Okay. Here it is, a bystander comes up to the unity camp and asks a question, and you gotta you gotta correct that brother for going off because it's not the same doctrine that you teaching. All right, that's what I'm saying. All this unity and these debates, that's just for show. Okay, that's just for show. It's not to edify. All right, because if you was truly looking to edify, you wouldn't be out here putting money up on the line to call people out of prominence. Okay. Why it's got to be prominence? Because why? You can get a good, you can make a name for yourself if you take down the camp. All right. Showing you that, hey, what is the true intentions? Okay. So let's read that again. Amos 3 and verse 3. It says, can two walk together? That's the question. Except they be agreed. Okay. And if they're not in agreement, how can they walk together? They have to be in agreement, all right? Or it's going to create confusion. All right? Although you're supposed to be joining your brothers in solidarity, and y'all coming together for the well-being of the community, so be, allegedly, or so be the community, your doctrines aren't going to mesh together, man. Okay? So that's the question. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Right. So, that shows you, man, the sincerity level on these unity camps aren't truly that what it appears to be. All right. It's just for show, man. It's just to get numbers. It's just to grab numbers. It's just to make a spectacle. All right. Because then what do you have later? You have debates. Okay. Well, we seen what they preach and what they talk, and they don't line up with us. We can capitalize off this if we put a debate, if we put a price tag on a debate, to show whether or not we got the truth and they don't. But wait a minute, if you knew that beforehand, why would you join up and get a unity camp going? Okay, that don't make sense unless it's all for show. All right, this is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6. And let's start at verse 4. 1 Timothy 6 and 3. It says, if any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh HaMashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness. Verse 4, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words. And that's what's coming from these debates, man. Oh, I got this, you got that. Let's debate it. Let's debate it out and see. Okay. Let's see who got the best debate. Let's see who got the best breakdown. Let's see. Let's put some money on the line. All right. I got $1,000. And the leader from the IUIC said, if I was covenant, maybe that would work. And then towards the end, he said, that's not enough, So, hey, that $1,000 ain't enough to bring him out, man. You probably got to, get up to the tens of thousands of dollars to debate that topic. All right. So it says, verse 4, 1 Timothy 6 and 4, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings. Right. And that's all that's going to come out of those debates, man. Okay. Because it's not going to be in a civil, setting, where, you actually adhere to the rules and the guidelines, because that's what a debate is, basically, a battle between two individuals, okay? And things get heated, all right? It never fails, okay? Things get heated. Sometimes they get to the point where, you have ad hominems and people start to attack the person rather than the doctrine. And then the people that's watching, they don't get truly edified, all right? That's why if you believe what you have is what the true word is, do a video, do a lesson on it, okay? And whoever don't believe it, they can respond to it, and then you can respond back to it in that way. And then everyone gets edified, all right? But no, you have to go and, the spirit of debate and put a price tag on it, okay? Get your name up, and hey, build your following up. Once you build your followers up, that means what? More revenue is going to come in, okay? And that's what it seems like today's movement is all about. You see? Getting your followers up by any means necessary, and in doing so, bumping up your revenue, your pay, okay? For whatever reason. You want to buy new things or however, okay? So it says, verse 4, he is proud, knowing nothing, but dotting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil sermons. Verse 5, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. You see? That's what it's coming down to. They suppose that, if they get more followers and they can get, more members to join to their organization, their groups, and they can get them to, pay for whatever, whether it's merchandise, whether it's memberships, whatever it is, the more they get, the more revenue they can bring in, okay? Where, hey, this truth isn't supposed to be about that. This truth is made simple. All we're supposed to do is preach this truth, okay? Whoever ears is supposed to land on will receive it if they are the elect. It says, verse 5, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth. You see? Supposing that gain is godliness. We are worldwide. What do you have? Just 50 people in a rented building? You see? So if you don't have enough people, according to that part of the video, the Most High ain't messing with you, man. Okay? Because it's evident if I got over 100,000 people that I'm doing something right. You see? No, that just means that's more people for the slaughter. Okay? That's just more people that's going to be given over to the slaughter when that micro CHIP comes out. Okay? It says what? From such withdraw thyself. Verse 6, but godliness with contentment is great gain, right? So whether you got one follower or whether you got 1,000,000 followers, if it's not with content, hey, that ain't godliness. Because if you just trying to get followers just for the purpose of you building up your brand per se, to merchandise off of it, that ain't godliness, okay? If at the cost of you jeopardizing and compromising this word, that ain't godliness, okay? It's better to what? Have one follower, but at least that's the truth, than to have 1,000,000 and not even preaching the truth, not giving the names, not telling them the impending danger that's coming, you see? But yeah, you got this whole group, this whole large following, and they don't understand how important the names to have the call on, okay? They don't understand the importance of not taking that chip, all right? But yet your numbers is astronomical. They out of the roof, man, compared to the other groups. But that's not what makes it godliness. That's not what makes, God the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, working with you. Okay? It's of a contrite spirit, man. You got to be humble in this thing, all right? You have to be humble, all right? Remember that. So it says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. So all that stuff you don't acquire, you ain't taking it with you, all right? It's just temporarily. It's just temporal, all right? But the kingdom is eternal, man, all right? So trying to get your name up to, take down a conglomerate and the community of the awakening, just so you can, come up like that. That's a big come up, man. Okay? And you can prove that because, another group went on a radio show and did the same thing. Okay? They went up and, called in and debated the same covenant, the new covenant, whether the new covenant is implemented or not. And they went up against another notable Israelite group. All right? So, hey, it says, what is that saying? I believe, let's go there. St. Luke 6. Because you got to start to question yourself, what's really the agenda behind this? St. Luke 6 and 44. For every tree is known by his own fruit. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather. Let me read it again. St. Luke 6 and 44. You know what? Let's start at 43. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, neither doth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Right. So, hey, it's gonna show, what's your fruits. What are you bearing? Because you can have all the members you want, but if that tree that they eating off isn't good, they're not gonna bring forth good fruit. Verse 44. For every tree is known by his own fruit. For of thorns man do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. Right. And you can see, because like I said earlier, this same group, they split up, but allegedly they split up, and a couple of the members, they went on another talk show and debated another, prominent or notable Israelite group in the awakening about the same thing, the new covenant. Okay? Numbers they get their numbers up like that. All right. They don't have time to entertain, peons or those that don't have high numbers or those that won't get likes or, bring traffic to the channel. No. Okay. They got other important matters to handle, getting their networks up, signing these deals and going on about their business. Verse 45. St. Luke 6 and 45, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. You see? And the Most High knows every one of our hearts, our mind, okay? He knows whether or not you are actually trying to put his word first and edify, or whether you're trying to put his word on the back burner, get your name up and make a reputation for yourself, and hey, forget about the word. It says what? And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil, which is these debates, man. All right? They're not profiting nothing in this time, okay? We in the time of judgment, man. What good is a damn debate gonna be if you getting judged for your wickedness, all right? For not repenting, okay? You see earthquakes, you see hurricanes visiting. This is the same time that the Most High is visiting the earth that he made. All right? We got hurricanes coming left and right that ain't been seen since 100 years ago. Or astronomical flooding in places that they're not supposed to flood. This is the Most High showing that he getting ready to visit this place. But yet, we trying to worry about debating, and getting our numbers up. Showing you that, hey, our people aren't truly sincere, man. Because why? it becomes boring for them. Okay, just preaching the word is not good enough. They're not getting the numbers that they got when they first came into it, because they came in before a lot of us did, so people was flocking and gravitating to it because it had never been seen like that before. And now everybody knows about it, so they got to do something to stick out, to get more to come in, so that they can what? Make more capital, more gains off of it. So St. Luke 6:45, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh. Right, and we seen it, man. I got $1,000. Well, that's the abundance of his heart, his mind. That's where his mind is set on. Okay? And his mouth spoken into existence. I got $1,000 for anyone that want to debate me against the new covenant, and you got to be of prominence. Okay? That goes to tell you all you need to know. All right? That tells you all you need to know. Okay? When it says what? Proverbs 23 and verse 23. Buy the truth and sell it not. We're not supposed to be selling this. We're not supposed to be making merchandise off of this. Now, if people want to give alms and tithes and things of that nature, that's different, okay? But to actually try to sell this truth, for gains, and suppose that there is godliness, that's going off, man. All right? So Proverbs 23 and verse 23, buy the truth. We're supposed to buy this truth. Meaning what? Hey, drop everything. You may have once had aspirations of being a famous, singer or a sports entertainer or whatever in this world. But when you bought this truth, you put everything else behind you, man. This truth became your number one priority. Okay? This wisdom became your number one woman, man. You bought it. All right? And what does it say? Sell it not. You're not supposed to, merchandise or make merchandise over it or, let it go. Okay? You bought this truth. All right? You bought it. You paid for it. You gave your life for it. You had to become a new man, a new creature. All right? Are you working on yourself and becoming a new creature? All right? It says also wisdom and instruction and understanding. So we bought it all, man. We bought the whole package. And freely it was given to us, and freely, freely as it was given to us, freely we receive. All right? Let me see if I can bring that one up. Slakia. This is the book of this is the book of St. Matthew. Chapter 10 and verse 8. It says, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. So, hey, we was given this word, this truth for free, and we bought it. We bought it. And it says what? Freely give. We got to give it back, man. We got to pay it forward, okay? This isn't our truth to be merchandising of it. This isn't our truth to make merchandise of it. If you want to make merchandise, do it outside of the truth. If you want to debate, go debate something that don't have anything to do with the truth and put a tag on it. If you want to make your own brand, don't have anything involved in the truth. Start your own brand separate from the truth, man. You see? So it says, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, man. This ain't about gain, okay? This is about faith, all right? This is your faith being put on trial, being put to the test, okay? Are you going to be faithful, giving all this knowledge and information and wisdom and still stay humble? Or are you going to let this get you and puff up your pride, man? You see? And a lot of people fall to it, man. A lot of people fall to that pride, man, because they think it's them that's doing it, okay? They think it's them that's doing it. This is the book of let me get that. Give me 1 second. This is the book. Let's see. Is it 1 Corinthians? Let's see, 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 1. It says, now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies. You see, charity, you give something away for free, okay? You don't charge, all right? If you really edifying, you see? But that goes to tell you, man, hey, you should know them by their fruits, man. So 1 Corinthians 8 and 1. Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. See, we all have knowledge on what we should and what we shouldn't do, you know, how we shouldn't be, you know, worshiping and bowing down to different type of idols, whether it's holidays, whether it's foods, whatever. It says, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies. But see, telling them the ones that don't know that and edifying them by being charitable and not charging them. Okay? Not charging them because you didn't know that beforehand. And how did you find out? By someone knowing it before you and being charitable and telling you. Okay? And now you're supposed to, you know, pass it down. 1 Timothy, what is that? Chapter 4. In 16, it says 1 Timothy 4 and 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. You see? So by you preaching this doctrine, you're going to save yourself and them that hear you that are of the elect. All right? Because that's all we here for, man. We're not here for all of Israel. Okay? All of Israel aren't Israel, man. Meaning what? They're not going to get it on this side. Okay? But you can sell them, you know, a dream. You can sell them as the best debater, as having all, you know, all the all knowledge that nobody could come against you. And in doing so, you can come and watch and, hey, join the community, pay such and such and such for this membership, and you can see how I dismantle everyone throughout the Israelite community. I know everything. And here it is, pay this price, and you can see it. Okay? So it says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Right? It don't take that much to be, you know, heard. Okay? Just get a recorder. Just get a phone, record, and put it up on the internet, YouTube or whatever. You see? YouTube is good enough. Okay? YouTube is good enough. Most of us came in this truth by the way of YouTube. Or if we didn't come in this truth by the way of YouTube, we used it to further our growing in this truth. And we didn't do it. The Most High chose us to do it. Okay? See, the Most High is the one that's directing everything. Okay? It's not man that's doing it. All right? But man gets ahead of himself and gets puffed up to the fact that he thinks he's doing it on his own. Okay? Not giving reverence to the Almighty, Yahweh. In the name of his only begotten son, Yahushua. So that's why pride puffeth up knowledge, man. But charity edifies, okay? Charity, you give, man. You don't charge. You give, all right? You just give for the charity because you know your reward is going to be in heaven, man. All right? Your reward is coming in the kingdom, all right? When you get that crown. And Yahweh shall say, job well done, servant. Okay? Roughly paraphrasing, but you get the point. All right? It don't matter how many people you got, how big of an organization you are, how much money you got to show that if you don't have charity, you don't have it. Okay? Charity is a key component, man. You got to be able to give what you learn away for free. All right? You may think to yourself, well, it costs me a lot to get these cameras set up. I got to pay for these high-tech 4K cameras. I got to pay for, the traveling for me going from all over the world. Well, you can do all this from the confines of your home over the internet. You can post up the videos on YouTube. There's other sites that you say, well, YouTube won't let me post up certain content because why? It's too provocative or too explicit. So I got to charge people to get the exclusive where you got Rumble and you got Odyssey, okay? You could put it on there and you could put links to your videos in YouTube in the comment section or the description to further guide them or direct them to those websites that aren't such, stringent when it comes to rules and regulations as YouTube, okay? Odyssey and Rumble. But no, you want to make merchandise, so you got to get your own, okay? You got to put something besides YouTube, okay? And sell the people that, man, okay? When the truth is easy, man, open up the book, read, and break it down. That's it. And record yourself while you're doing it so that you can edify the flock, man, for whoever ears it fall on. You don't got to be all this high-class, fancy technology, technical radio station, iPod, what do you call them things? Podcasts, and so on and so forth, man. That's doing too much, all right? Let's go there. 1 Timothy 4. Slack it. 2 Timothy 4 and 2. Plain and simple. Preach the word. That's it. Preach. Be instant in season, out of season. Reprove. Rebuke. Exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. That's it, man. That's plain and simple. You go and make it complicated by getting $4,000 equipment and passing the cost off to your congregation so you can write things off as write-offs and things of that magnitude, when you can get a good phone for about $100, $200, man, and just swipe out SD cards, or erase data or get another phone. All right? It don't have to be that complicated, man. But it's your pride, all right? It's your pride that you want to have the best. I need that high quality 4K where it feels like you could just stick your hand through the TV and touch and see it. Hey, man, get the word out. The Most High is going to let it fall on who ears it's supposed to fall on. All right? So it ain't all about numbers. Truth be told. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 7. It says, Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. You see? It says what? For ye were the fewest of all people. So it ain't all about numbers, okay? It's if you are the elect, and the elect is a small remnant, okay? A very small remnant. So by process of elimination, you're going to have a bigger number that don't believe, okay? So that's all you doing. You just fulfilling prophecy. Deuteronomy 7 and 7. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you. because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest. What is that? The least, the less of all people, right? He turned us into a great nation, okay? Romans, let's go there. 9 and verse 6, it says, not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. You see, everyone, all of Israel won't get it on this side, all right? For the majority, 2/3 here in America is going to have to come back in the kingdom through the seed of the elect, all right? So it don't matter the numbers, man. You see, it does not matter because they just mark, for that damnation. Okay, they just mark for judgment, man, and not that mark that's spoken of in Revelation 13, but the mark that's spoken of in Ezekiel 9, chapter 9, verse 4. That's the mark they're marked with that inkhorn. All right. So it says Romans 9 and 6. Not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel, right? Not all Israel gonna get it, man. All right? But all Israel shall be saved, okay? And they're gonna be saved in the kingdom when they come back in their right mind. When the new covenant is already programmed in their hearts, their inward parts, their mind, all right? So one more, then we get ready to close out. Romans 1 and Romans 1 and let me see. Romans 1 and 28, and it reads, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate. Okay? That's a reprobate mind, man. Debating. There's nothing profitable that's coming out of these debates and stuff except for skirmishes and murmurings and things of that magnitude. The edifying level is almost at a zero, man. You want to do a topic, make a video, put it out there. Okay? If somebody says something wrong with it, they can do a response to it. And hey, people that's, watching could get edified that way. And you can make a response back. Or you can just say, hey, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But for the most part, those that believe one way are going to, probably believe the same way after the end of a debate. All right? They just coming for the show, pretty much. So it says, verse 29, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malgeny, whispers. Okay? And it goes on, man. But you get the point, all right? And hey, that merchandise spirit along with that debate spirit is running rampant throughout Israel, man. Okay? Hey, gotta be right. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. We gotta learn, man. We grow in this truth, all right? If we don't got it, and we are actually, fighting to get the right understanding, the Most High gonna provide us with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with being wrong, man. All right? Now, if you're wrong and you don't want to correct yourself after you've been told and showed, then that's different. But if you're wrong to the fact that you didn't know no better and you received the correct breakdown and the correct correction, the correct reproof, and you do what's asked for accordingly, hey, you learning, you growing in this truth, man. That's what it's about. It's about growing. All right? It's about growing in this truth. All right? We got the names. We didn't know the names, but now we got the names to call on. All right? We know who Yahweh Shai is. We know who Yahweh is. We know who Yahweh Shai came for, excuse me. We know who the Edomites are. We know what their outcome is going to be along with the other nations. See, we grow in this truth, man. It's about growth, okay? And it's about growing in your faith, okay? Because that's what's going to keep you in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Because that has kept my word in patience. I will also keep thee in the hour of temptation, okay? So we putting on right now while we still have the ability, the opportunity to, because it's coming a time where, hey, what you've been doing is going to show in that hour, man, that hour of temptation, okay? So that's why we got to put on while we can, while the time is still available, man. While the days are still young for the days of evil come. We gotta put on as much as we can, man. All right? And trying to worry about, getting oohs and ahs and, all type of, he got your moments. Hey, man, that's all fine and dandy for the, if you in the world, but in this truth, man, you gotta have a contrite spirit, man. All right? If you going off, somebody correct you, hey, and the correction is worthy, and you can see it, hey, make the adjustments, man. That's all it is, man. Make the adjustments. All right? It's all about growth. All right? So let's finish up and close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8, and that's going to be it. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. You see? Don't be caught off guard or drawn into that sensationalism, oh man, this guy is the best at what he does, man. We got to be at home with this truth, man. But hey, what's the doctrine about, man? You see? Are you saying that because of the numbers that he got? Or are you saying that because what he's preaching, it lines up to what the doctrine is about, okay? Truth, all right? That's what we searching for, the truth, man, all right? Don't just get along to get along. All right. A lot of our people do that, man. They'll go and get along to get along. All right. And know that, hey, it don't make sense, but yet they'll just go to get along. All right. Don't do that. Be sober. Okay. You in search of this truth, man. All right. And in the midst of you finding the truth, you'll find yourself, man, and you'll see, hey, I'm really growing in this thing. I understand more than I did back when I first came in, all right? The Holy Spirit, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, start supping with you, start opening up stuff. But you got to be patient, man. You got to be patient. You can't rush this thing. You don't rush a gourmet meal. Okay, you want something fast, you pop it in the microwave, but this is likened to a gourmet meal, man. It takes time, all right? You got to allow yourself to, receive this thing, okay? You don't rush it, all right? Be patient, okay? A lot of people fall out because they don't have the patience, All things, work for the betterment of them that fear the Most High, all right? So be sober, be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to devour those that don't have patience, man. That just preaching the truth have become, dull and boring. Now they have to what? Amp it up and do something that's, grab attention, or what have you, but just keep it simple. Keep it, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid, Simplicity. That's it. This truth is simple, man. It's simple in the sense that all you got to do is preach. That's it, man. You don't have to do, the extras, okay? The elect is going to be drawn to the light, man. That's who we're after. We're not after all of Israel. We read it. Not all Israel is of Israel. We're not after all of Israel. We're not here to be the community savers, man. We're just here to preach. And the elect will be drawn to the preaching, man. You think the elect actually care about how good of a quality your videos are? You think the elect actually care whether or not you got exclusive content? All they want is the truth, man. They want breakdowns. They want to be reassured. And they want to know what to expect. Okay? They don't care about all that fancy stuff, man. They don't care about you going all the way over around the whole world and the whole globe, man. That don't excite the elect, man. We want to know the breakdowns. We want to know the truth. We want to know what's coming. We don't want to know how to line this up with prophecy. We want to know how to be edified, man. That's it. We don't care how it looks, man. We don't care if you write it down on a piece of paper, take a picture, and record it and put it on the internet, man. The truth is the truth. All right? That's it. It don't got to be pretty for the elect to receive it, man. The truth in itself is pretty. All right? The truth in itself is pretty, man. We don't need the extra gimmicks. All right? If we of the elect, the truth in itself is enough. That's it. All right? So let's read it one more time to calm down, and then we're going to be out. Be sober, 1 Peter 5:8. Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.